Hey everyone, welcome back to Cali Cycles. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more videos. Today we're going to go through the 2025 Marlin lineup. So we're going to go through the Marlin 4 up to the Marlin 7. I'm going to show you the differences between the bikes. I'm going to show you the upgrades. And with this, hopefully you can pick out which bike is right for you. The Marlin series starts out just at under $600 and goes all the way up to $1,300 as of 2025. So there is still a pretty good range difference between these two. We'll go through those, show those for everybody. Again, your Marlin 4 is a Gen 2 frame. Your Marlin 5, 6, and 7 go to that Gen 3 frame. So we're going to show you those upgrades. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get into this. Okay, we're starting off with the Marlin 4. The Marlin 4 is the entry-level Marlin from Trek for 2025. Again, aluminum frame. You go to 2x7 for your shifting. Everything on this bike is mechanically actuated. So you have mechanical shifters and mechanical disc brakes. 29-inch wheels for the medium and larger, and 27.5-inch wheels for the extra small and the small. In 2x Shimano drivetrain, mechanical disc brakes. Again, this is your entry-level mountain bike. Up from there, you go to the Marlin 5. The big difference when you go from the Marlin 4 to the Marlin 5 is you get 1x and hydraulic disc brakes. So 1x, you have your 1 sprocket up front, and you have your 9 sprockets in the back. This is a wide range cassette, so you're not losing really any range on the bike going to the 1x. Just going to be a cleaner shift. And then your hydraulic disc brakes. With hydraulic disc brakes, you got 2 pistons working versus the single piston. So much more powerful brake. Better stopping power. Also an upgrade when you go to the Marlin 5 versus the Marlin 4 is you have a lockout on your shock. On your Marlin 4, there is no lockout at all. It is just open all the time. So again, big upgrades from the Marlin 4 to the Marlin 5. Marlin 5, you get the lockout in the shock. Marlin 5, you get hydraulic disc brakes. And the Marlin 5, you go to the 1x drivetrain. Next, we go to the Marlin 6. To me, the Marlin 6 is the first real off-road mountain bike. You've got all the parts that are durable enough to ride for a whole season on the trail and not worry about replacing parts down the line. This is also the first model that gets a rock shock, so it's the first model with a name brand fork. And it has a lockout and a preload. So this is the first shock with real adjustment on the fork. You have a hydraulic lockout and you have a spring adjustment on the non-drive side of the bike. Now on the Marlin 5, it does have a cap that says preload. All that cap does is it squishes the spring down a little bit. It's not a real adjustment. With this one, you have your hydraulic lockout and your real preload, actually torquing and stiffening up the spring. When you go to the Marlin 6, you also change to Presto valve tubes. So it's a little bit better quality tube, better quality rims when you go to the Presto valve. 1x10 Shimano Qs. So this is new for Shimano the past couple of years. With the Qs, it's a much more durable, longer lasting drivetrain. According to Shimano, you can get up to 2,000 miles on this drivetrain. And again, you're going to Shimano hydraulic disc brakes, a step up from your Tektro that are on the Marlin 5. So again, big upgrades from the Marlin 6, from the Marlin 5. On the Marlin 6, you're getting the RockShox front fork with real adjustments. You're getting Shimano hydraulic disc brakes. You're getting the Shimano Q's 10-speed drivetrain. And you go up to Presto valve rims and tubes. The top end bike for the Marlin series is the Marlin 7. The Marlin 7 has the 12-speed drivetrain on it. It's full SRAM. And you get the dropper post with the Marlin 7. So that is the big upgrade from the Marlin 6. So dropper post on the Marlin 7, no dropper post on the Marlin 6. That being said, all the Marlin series that are Gen 3s are able to accept an internally routed dropper post. That means everything except for the Marlin 4. Marlin 5, 6, and 7, they can all accept an internally routed dropper post. Upgrade on the Marlin 7 from the Marlin 6 is you get an air shock. So you have an air adjustment on your front fork, so it's a lot more tunable versus just a spring on the Marlin 6. And again, you have some adjustment on your Marlin 6, it's just not as adjustable as an air fork would be. Again, same Shimano disc brakes on the Marlin 7 as you get on the Marlin 6. You have Presto valve rims. Big upgrade from the Marlin 7 to from the Marlin 6 is on the Marlin 7 you have tubeless capable tires. So you can go tubeless on this bike. On the Marlin 6 you would have to change the tire if you wanted to go tubeless. Again, SRAM 12-speed drivetrain. So that's the big upgrades from the Marlin 6 to the Marlin 7. Again, 12-speed drivetrain shifting, dropper post, tubeless tires, and the air fork. And this is definitely the most capable of all the Marlins. So there you have it. That's a rundown of your Marlin series. So your Marlin 7, your Marlin 6, your Marlin 5, and your Marlin 4. Again, all have aluminum frames. Just the Marlin 5, 6, and 7 are Gen 3 aluminum frames. The Marlin 4 is still a Gen 2 alloy frame. I hope this clears up any of your questions for your Marlin series. The best thing to do, though, is to go take a test ride on one yourself. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos.